Okay, so we're ready to go deep, like really deep.
Deeper than usual.
Way deeper.
Yeah.
We're talking Bruce Springsteen's Dancin' in the Dark, but like not just the music, you know.
I'm intrigued.
We're diving into those lyrics, the words themselves.
Okay, yeah, I see where we're going with this.
What do those words tell us about, the human condition, the whole shebang,
I like it.
the big questions?
Let's do it.
Dancing in the Dark. It's a song I think we all know, but there's a lot going on beneath the surface.
Right from the start, you get that sense of being trapped, stuck.
Yeah.
Springsteen paints this picture of like utter monotony.
Oh, totally.
It's like, I get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah.
You can practically feel the weight of that routine.
And it's not just any routine, right? It's that blue-collar, working-class grind.
Absolutely.
He says, I come home in the morning and I go to bed feeling the same way.
Yeah, exactly. That feeling of going through the motions, just existing, not really living.
And then there's that line, I ain't nothing but tired. Man, I'm just tired and bored with myself.
That one hits hard.
It's like he's speaking for a whole generation, or even, multiple generations.
Absolutely. It's that feeling of being disillusioned, stuck in a rut, and yeah, bored with yourself, with your life.
Okay, so we've got this like baseline of boredom, frustration, maybe even despair.
Yeah.
And then he throws out this killer line. You can't start a fire. You can't start a fire without a spark. Boom. Mic drop.
Right. So powerful. And, that spark, it can be interpreted in so many ways.
Yeah, for sure. It's not just one thing. It could be motivation, inspiration, a creative impulse.
Exactly. Or maybe even just a glimmer of hope in the darkness. But the point is, you need that spark to ignite something.
So what do you think that spark represents for Springsteen's narrator in this specific story he's telling?
Well, I think he's searching for it, right? He's desperate for that something that will break him out of this cycle of boredom and frustration.
That makes sense. He's living in a dump, getting nowhere, dying for some action. Those are pretty strong words.
They are, and they highlight just how desperate he is for something to change.
So it's not just about being bored. It's about feeling trapped.
Right.
Feeling like there's got to be more to life than this.
Absolutely. And I think that's something a lot of people can relate to. We've all felt that way at some point, haven't we?
Oh, yeah, totally. We've all had those moments where we're like, is this it? Is this all there is?
Exactly. And that's where Springsteen's genius comes in. He's able to capture those universal feelings in such a raw and honest way.
Okay, so we've got the desperation, the yearning for something more. But then he throws in these lines that are almost funny.
Yeah, he's got this dark humor, right? It's like he can see the absurdity of his own situation.
Totally. Like, there's a joke here somewhere, and it's on me.
Yep. Or, come on, baby, the laugh's on me. He's basically saying, I get it. I'm a mess. It's okay to laugh.
It's that self-awareness that makes him so relatable.
Right. He's not taking himself too seriously, and that makes us want to root for him even more.
It's like we've all been there. We all have those moments where we just got to laugh at ourselves,
Definitely. So we've got this guy, he's trapped, he's yearning for something more, he's using humor to cope, and then there's this maybe he keeps talking to.
Oh, right. The mysterious baby.
Yeah.
Who is this person? What role do they play in all of this?
Well, that's one of the things that makes the song so intriguing. It's open to interpretation.
You could be a lover, a friend, a muse.
Exactly. Or maybe even, something more abstract, like a symbol of hope or salvation.
So it's this longing for connection, for someone to see him, to understand what he's going through.
I think so. He's reaching out for something, for someone to pull him out of the darkness.
And speaking of darkness, can we talk about that line, this gun's for hire? It's repeated throughout the song, and it's kind of unnerving.
Right. It's definitely a metaphor, but it's a loaded one. What do you think it represents?
Well, on one level, it could be his talent. He's saying, I'm good at what I do, and I'm willing to use it.
That's a good point.
But it could also be something darker, like desperation.
Yeah, that feeling of being so desperate for change that you'll do anything, compromise anything to make it happen.
Maybe it's a commentary on, like, the whole idea of selling your soul to achieve your dreams.
Absolutely. There's a sense of, sacrificing something of yourself in the process, which could be a commentary on the music industry itself.
Yeah. Or even just the pressures of modern life in general. The feeling that you have to hustle, you have to compete to get ahead.
Right.
So we've got this yearning, this desperation, this gun for hire, and all leads us to the title, Dancing in the Dark. What does that even mean?
Well, I think it's about finding moments of joy and connection even when you're surrounded by darkness, by uncertainty.
So, like, even when things are tough, you got to keep moving.
Exactly. You keep searching for that spark, for that light, even if you're stumbling around in the dark.
And that's what makes it such a powerful song, right? Because it's not just about feeling lost. It's about choosing to keep going.
It's about resilience. It's about hope. It's about that human instinct to keep searching for meaning even when it feels impossible.
Wow, that's pretty deep.
And it's something we can all learn from, right?
Totally. So next time you're feeling lost, remember those words. Dancing in the dark. Keep moving. Keep
You
searching.
never know what you might find.
You might just find your spark.